There is no hiding from the cameras. Many people have been caught doing disastrous, chaotic, weird, and embarrassing things without knowing they are being watched. And we have a list of the clips where they didn't know that a camera was watching them. Man saves kid. This mother was walking with her son near the railway track. She was blind and unknowingly got near the track. Suddenly, her son fell into the side of the track. She shouted for help, and just as the train was approaching from the other end, a railway employee came running towards the child, grabbing him in the nick of time. If he delayed or got distracted, even for just a moment, the boy could have seriously been harmed. The hero not only saved the life of the boy, but also put his life at stake, unknowingly that a camera was watching and recording his noble deed. Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. NAGAMANI of COBRA. Wait, is this a bead coming out of that cobra's head? Do they have that in there? What's the mystery behind this? Recently, a clip went viral in which a snake charmer can be seen inserting this beaded stone inside one of its snake's heads, which revealed that all of this is a bunch of drama snake charmers use to fool the simple-minded. It's just a black marble stone that these conniving charmers put there themselves into the snake's head, and later pull out to trick naive people. Near escape. People were walking over the railway track in India on a regular morning. This boy came on his motorbike ready to cross the track, when suddenly his bike malfunctioned and he had to get up from his vehicle. But the sudden arrival of the train shocked him. Fortunately, he got saved, but his bike bore the brunt. This all happened due to the faulty signal. The miraculous luck of the boy saved him from a supposed bad end. Rest in peace, bike. Gator in the pool. This alligator came as an uninvited guest to a pool party. The couple was having a nice midnight swim when suddenly the alligator jumped into the water. The man timely jumped out of the water, but the woman dodged it for some time in the water before getting out of the pool. See you later, alligator. Malian hero. It is true that not all heroes wear capes. Just take a look at this man. A man selflessly climbed the 4-story building to save the little child latched onto the balcony rail. This all happened in the City of Lights, Paris. The hero man climbed up to the boy, picked him up, and safely delivered the child to their parents. The man was identified as a Malian immigrant, Mamadou Gassama. The 22-year-old has got the nickname of real-life Spider-Man after his remarkable climbing skills. Mysterious man. This video shows a group of mysterious men in hazmat suits loading up something on a stretcher. The video is not visibly clear, but at some point, you can see a fish-like tail wagging in their arms. The creature is far too big and odd to be a normal fish. The tail, however, resembles a mermaid. This mysterious footage was captured in Poland, and the men didn't know that a camera was capturing all their moves. Is this a secret government project or a movie shoot? Well, I don't see any cameras recording anywhere, so what do you think about this? Comment down your wildest thoughts. Man saves his dog. This is the footage of a home burning in northern San Diego County. The firefighters were on the scene, busy putting out the fire, when suddenly the homeowner ran into his flaming home. The management asked him to immediately come out, and he did come out after a while with his pet dog. He later explained that he didn't think twice about deciding whether to go into the house or not. It was pure instinct for him. He also didn't do it for the glory either, as he had no idea that a camera was watching him. Bamboozled thief. Prepare to get bamboozled. This dashcam footage captured the burglar who came in to steal the car. It was late at night when the boy entered the car with no idea that the front dashcam of the car was activated and was watching his every move. Just when the sensors got activated and lit up his face, the thief got stunned after getting caught completely by surprise. After that, he immediately ran out of the car, I presume never to return back to the neighborhood. The next morning, the owner of the car was alerted after the neighbor informed her about the opened door, and that's when she opened her mobile and saw the footage of her midnight burglar. Cobra hissing. In Gorai, Nepal, the king cobra settled in the doorway. It was not letting anybody near him as he kept on hissing. The snake was in full defensive mode. This is because it feels threatened, and cobras tend to strike and attack when feeling threatened. Not even the snake charmer was able to woo it down. Somebody bring the magic flute to calm this thing down. I would say this is a pretty effective security system if a person is really serious about their privacy. The mystery hero. This footage is of a house fire in Fresno, California, where everybody was running out of the house. A woman shouts for help from his elderly father, who was unable to get out of the house. In all this madness, this man in the Dodgers cap casually walked into the house, and moments later came back with the old man on his shoulders. After delivering the man to safety, he vanished quickly away. The old man wanted to thank him for his mysterious savior, but he was nowhere to be found. The hero didn't want to be found and didn't know that a camera was filming everything. After quite an investigation, this BBC reporter identified him and introduced Thomas Arteaga to the world. Gliding went wrong. This hang gliding experience in Switzerland turned out to be a nightmare. The man, named Chris Gursky, was out to enjoy a pleasant gliding day when he accidentally latched onto the glider without any harness. The man was first confused as to what happened to him, but after realizing the imminent danger, he strongly clenched the rod. He was 4,000 feet into the air, and his ride lasted an agonizing 2 minutes. At the end, when Gursky's hand was about to slip off the rail, the pilot aimed from a grassy patch and Gursky let go. Although he hurt his wrist, he managed to make a full recovery and now proudly displays his scar mark. Man sitting on CROC. Have a look at this outrageous footage of a man driving his bike while sitting on a CROC. He tranquilized the crocodile before tying him up and placing him on his bike. The crocodile's tail can be seen touching the ground while being dragged. He is displaying a wild stunt. But after the passerby captured him and put the video on social media, the man got heavily criticized for animal cruelty. Some people commented that the animal does not appear to be real, but it was later confirmed that the crocodile was in fact real and from a private collection. Man saves monkey. This man from Tamil Nadu, India, did what most would hesitate to do. He gave an injured monkey CPR to save its life. The monkey was seen collapsed on the road after a pack of wild dogs chased it. The man, named Prabhu, spotted the monkey and decided to give him CPR for over a minute after he realized that it was unresponsive. After the monkey received consciousness, Prabhu took him to a nearby hospital and admitted him there. He didn't even know that his noble gesture was recorded and published on social media. Monkeys are considered holy in India, as they are believed to be the incarnation of Lord Hanuman. Close call with a snake. Australia's wildlife is always up to something. Take this video, for instance. An old guy from Gippsland was enjoying a sunny day working on his laptop and drinking his lemonade, totally unaware of the fact that there was a snake on his patio. Soon, the snake approaches his feet, and when he realizes there was an animal beneath his feet, the old man quickly pushes his chair away. Meanwhile, the snake tried its best to avoid the human. Hero man saves rider. This hero jumps in to save the riders of the carnival ride at the National Cherry Festival in Michigan, United States. The ride started malfunctioning after it made a snapping noise and started going full throttle. The ride went 3 times the speed it normally goes, and even the metallic surface below began to vibrate and tip back and forth. Oblivious to the fact that he was being recorded, the first man who jumped and pulled down the ride saved it from turning the scene into a nightmare. He inspired the others to join in, and with their collective effort, all of them saved the day. Thankfully, there were no injuries and no one was hurt. Bicycle teleportation in Russia. Captured in Penza, Russia. This short clip seems rather normal if you play it for the first time. However, on closer inspection, you would notice that the man on the bicycle appeared out of nowhere. He was not on the left frame of the old man, even though he can be seen paddling his bicycle on the right. What is this? A glitch in the Matrix? Or did this guy just teleport on the street? Here, too, in the middle of a road race in Chile, 2 drivers race along an empty motorway. Suddenly, a dog appears out of thin air and onto the racing track. No way he fell from the car. It appears that he simply teleported to this side of the road. Beached orca. A man named Eric Keane, who was a whale researcher sailing in the water around British Columbia, got stunned after he heard a strange noise coming from the coast one morning. Upon investigating, he got to know that the noise was coming from a baby orca that got itself wedged on a patch of sharp rocks. He did what any sane man would do in this situation. He took immediate action and contacted the local authorities in hopes to relieve the animal from suffering. It was impossible to lift it up, so they decided to care for it until the tide would arrive. They kept it cool and wet by putting buckets of water on it. After 9 hours of hard work, the sea levels rose sufficiently enough to get it back into the water.
Yes! Oh my God.
Good Samaritan tackled thief. This guy came inside a diner only to sucker punch an old man sitting there and rob his wallet. After seeing all this, a good Samaritan ran down, chased the thief, and tackled him onto the ground. 2 other women came to the rescue and picked up the old man's stolen wallet and money. Even after recovering all the belongings, the man didn't let go of the thief. He tried his best to get out of the man's grip, but the girl returned and stood over his legs. Even when that didn't help, she started delivering some pretty powerful kicks. What's most baffling in all of this is that during the day of his trial, the police lost track of the assailant in the vast Los Angeles jail system. Mysterious trespassers. This CCTV camera shows orb-like figures passing beside the fence of a house in the middle of the night. But that is not even the most creepy part, as the last 2 of the mysterious figures threw something inside the yard of the house. Even though they were extremely fast, and it was difficult to tell whether they were humans or demons, their frantic running, throwing, and disappearing into thin air was captured on camera. A midnight creeper. Imagine you're asleep, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, a strange woman appears at the door and tries to get into your house by peeking into your doorbell? I know it's unsettling, but who knows? Maybe it was just a woman who had a very strong drink and thought the only way in was a retina scan via a doorbell cam. Catalytic converter theft. Who knew that the catalytic converters were not even safe on board? Yep, this thief was recorded taking the catalytic converters from the car, waiting in the middle of a traffic jam in just a matter of minutes. But luckily for the people in the car behind, they realized what was going on and captured the entire thing for the authorities. Creepy stranger. This intruder thought he would easily rob the house with only a female resident inside of it. So when he rang the bell, the woman inside asked why he was at her place. But when she saw his accomplices also trying to invade the house from the backside, she hit the emergency siren, and all 3 fled. But their foul act had been recorded by the house security cam. Torching the camera. Thieves can be really dumb sometimes. Check out this one. For instance, he thought he would get rid of the doorbell cam by just burning it with a torch instead of just simply hiding his face with a mask. To his bad luck, the bell melts but still keeps recording and captures his face. Seeing that as the way, I say, not everyone's cut out to be a criminal. Spooky moving glass. This Honduran morning news segment shocked the world because in the middle of the live transmission, the glass on the host's table moved on its own. I know, at first it looks like an illusion, but if you look at the anchor's reaction, they seem baffled, like they had no idea what was going on. Here's another creepy glass-moving incident, but it is rather fresh, as it was shot in 2021 in a historic pub in Sunderland. Footage shows a freshly poured pint that started moving toward the edge of the bar, which left everyone baffled as they could not understand what had happened. The spectators believed that the old place was haunted, and now they had video proof of it. Guy following a car. Now, who is this creepy guy? Why won't it move? This video swept the internet in 2018 and remains an unsolved mystery. It shows a guy, straight out of a horror movie, standing in the middle of a road, refusing to move or even back up. You can even see his beady eyes that seem like they are staring into the soul of the driver. Creepy, right? The guy in the car had no choice but to back up and drive out of there to save his life. Masked man. Wait, is that a thief? Or just some guy trying to spook his friends? This video was captured in June of 2022. It shows a burglar with a little twisted mind. This Sri Lankan thief thought that he would break into a house in this weird attire with his face covered. He even brought a rod in case of an emergency. Looked like a brilliant idea. Except for the part about turning off the CCTV camera, which had been recording his every move, from entering the house, peeking in, to getting out of the house. Even though the video does not show what happens next, we're sure that this footage has played its role in catching the intruder. This picture is a screenshot taken of two women who were caught on camera after stealing in India. These two ladies claimed to work for a firm, but because the rich guy did not give them a fair wage, they began stealing from the company. They were caught red-handed by the police, who recovered all the stolen money. Birds fall. Hundreds of birds can be seen swooping from the sky into a neighborhood in Mexico. Everything was at peace and calm until the flock flew into the street. Many of them flew away, but a considerable number of birds remained scattered onto the ground, as it was later reported that they expired upon the heavy impact. It was speculated that maybe they were on the run from a predator. However, some have even blamed the electrical conduction wires for this. Axe-wielding man. I'm sure you've seen a lot of angry drivers, but surely none of them were this mad. Yes, this road rage incident occurred on the road of Byron Bay in January 2021. Apparently, two car owners got into a brawl, and after a little drifting and chasing, the shirtless frenzy driver pulled a hunchback hammer, threatening the other. The whole thing was recorded on the traffic cam and the dash cam. Luckily, the cops arrived in time to put an end to the craziness. The offender was charged with a traffic violation and was sent to jail for 2 years. Heist failure. This video shows a failed attempt at a robbery by a resident of Florida, Fatima Milanovic. The owner said that the lady came to the store asking for the most expensive diamonds worth $7 million. He guided her to the vault, but realized that she was trying to scam him by switching the real ones with the fake, which she already had wrapped up in her bag. She then started swapping the original jewels the same way with her own tape, and then she tried to make the switch. Fortunately, the owner suspected the trick and asked the lady to return the diamonds, but she resisted. Then, the owner simply locked the door of the vault and called 911, and she was arrested soon after. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again!